What if one of the biggest music stars in the world didn't disappear because she couldn't make music anymore, but because she simply didn't need to? For years, Rihanna fans have been asking the same question: where is the album? Every time she posts a photo, launches a new product, or makes a public appearance, social media explodes with one demand: drop the music. But what if the real reason Rihanna stepped away from music is much bigger than most people realize? And once you understand what happened behind the scenes, her long absence from the music industry suddenly makes a lot more sense. Rihanna wasn't just another pop star. She dominated charts, broke records, sold millions of albums, and created some of the most memorable hits of the last 2 decades. From Umbrella to Diamonds and countless other global hits, she became one of music's most influential artists. Then, something unexpected happened. After releasing Anti in 2016, Rihanna largely stepped away from making new albums. At first, fans thought it was a short break. Then months became years, and years became nearly a decade. The question became impossible to ignore. Why would someone at the top of the music world walk away? The answer wasn't a scandal, it wasn't a feud, and it wasn't because she lost interest in creativity. The real story is far more surprising. While many fans were waiting for new songs, Rihanna was quietly building something enormous. Instead of focusing entirely on music, she expanded her business ventures. Her beauty brand transformed into one of the most talked about companies in the industry. People weren't just buying products because Rihanna's name was attached to them. Many customers praised the brand for offering a wider range of shades and creating products that appealed to diverse audiences. The success was massive. Suddenly, Rihanna wasn't only a global superstar, she was becoming a major entrepreneur. And business success brought something that music couldn't always guarantee: greater control of her time, projects, and long-term vision. For the first time in her career, she wasn't operating solely as an artist, she was building an empire. There's another reason fans often overlook. Anti wasn't just successful. Many critics and fans consider it one of Rihanna's strongest projects. When an artist releases a highly praised album, expectations for the next one become enormous. Imagine spending years hearing people say, "The next album better be perfect. The next album has to top Anti. The next album will define her legacy." That level of pressure can be difficult for any artist, especially someone whose every move becomes global news. Rihanna herself has hinted over the years that she didn't want to release music simply to satisfy expectations. She wanted it to feel meaningful. That meant taking her time, a lot of time. But there was another major change happening in Rihanna's life, one that had nothing to do with charts, awards, or business. And it completely changed her priorities. As the years passed, Rihanna's life evolved. Her focus expanded beyond music and business. She began embracing new personal responsibilities and experiences. Fans who grew up listening to her music were now watching her enter a different chapter of life. For many celebrities, success is measured by awards and sales, but sometimes personal fulfillment becomes more important. Instead of rushing back into the studio to meet deadlines, Rihanna appeared to be carefully choosing where to invest her energy. That decision confused some fans, but others saw it differently. They viewed it as someone finally taking control of her own timeline. In an industry known for constant pressure, that's a rare thing. Then came one of the biggest moments of her career, the Super Bowl halftime show. After years away from major music performances, millions of people tuned in. The excitement was incredible. Fans thought this might signal a full musical comeback. Social media exploded. News outlets covered every detail. For a moment, it felt like Rihanna was about to return to the music industry full force. But something interesting happened. Instead of immediately launching a new album, Rihanna continued moving at her own pace. That surprised many people, but it also reinforced an important point. She wasn't making decisions based on public pressure. She was making them based on what felt right for her. And that's where many people may have misunderstood Rihanna's absence. Because disappearing from music isn't necessarily the same as disappearing completely. Think about it. Even during her music break, Rihanna remained one of the most talked about celebrities in the world. Her fashion choices made headlines, her business ventures generated attention, her appearances instantly went viral. In many ways, she never actually disappeared. She simply shifted where her influence was being felt. Instead of dominating playlists every week, she was influencing beauty, fashion, business, and culture. That's a very different type of success. And perhaps that's why the wait for new music has felt so unusual. Fans weren't watching a fading star, they were watching someone evolve into something bigger than a recording artist. So, was Rihanna gone? Not really. Was she ignoring her fans? Probably not. The reality is that Rihanna's story isn't about disappearing, it's about transformation. She reached a point where she had the freedom to decide what came next, and rather than following the traditional path expected of a music superstar, she chose her own. Whether that means another album arrives soon or much later remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The reason Rihanna stepped away from music wasn't because she lost her impact. It may have been because she discovered new ways to use it. And now the question isn't, why did Rihanna disappear?
The question is, when she finally returns with a new album, will it become the biggest comeback in modern music history? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Rihanna's next album is coming soon, or do you think she's focused on other chapters of her life? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more celebrity stories and trending entertainment news.